Hello, my name is Luke Shaw, welcome to Luke's Story. Today we're going to talk about the Thunderbolts, this next Marvel Cinematic Worldview commentary. Thank you for coming, and let's get into it. What's your purpose in life? What is something you can say that you love doing no matter what? What is something that brings peace to your mind, body, and heart? And how can you relay this sensibility to something that's greater and better than what you can make of it? Do you feel loved? Do you feel like you have a purpose in life? Do you feel like something's happening where things are crumbling down, but you can use your brain, mind, and wit to bring it all up? And that being said, what is the greatest thing in intrepid to the things that you seem to see that can make your life better? And what is something we can all take away from having something that brings you purpose? And that being said, what is the number one thing that brings you purpose? Throughout the film, we find that the main character doesn't have a purpose, and she's a little depressed at life. A team unlikely to be anything ends up being something at the end of the movie, due to their hard work and, well, togetherness. To fight as a team, to do things without the causation of mayhem, and the beautifulness that comes with being a part of something that gives you purpose. But here's the thing, what are the nooks and crannies we can take away from this? What are the little things that we understand about life and this movie that can bring us together? Well, let's go into detail. Alright, so there's something that meets the eye when it comes down to finding your purpose. Whatever that purpose may be, it's something that we can all put into particular notices that makes us wonder what our true calling is. And while characters like Bob, who has messed up many times in his life, ends up being someone who can make people realize how important it is to have a life. And with that, having a life is something that is very treasured in today's world. Waking up every morning is very treasured in today's world. And well, the Thunderbolts know this, at least one of them does, and decides to be kind of the saving grace for Bob at the end of the day. But the thing is, when you think about this film, there's only one thing that's going to take away. But here's the thing, what does this mean for you and I? Application, of course. Alright, so, when it comes down to it, your purpose is something more important than you think. And your livelihood is something more important than you think. So live a life worth living, not a life worth dying. Because at the end of the day, you'll find out that living a life worth living, rather than a life worth dying, rather than a life through depression, rather than a life through not so good things, you need to find the balance in your life. And what makes you passionate towards something. What makes you spectacular. And once you find that, you're going to do yourself a favor for the rest of the years that you live on this earth. Thank you for coming to the application. Let's close out. Thank you for following the story. Thank you for coming to the Marvel Cinematic Movie commentary. There are more commentaries in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Also, the mission is 1,000 subscribers. You guys know we get there by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button right under the screen. Also, by hitting the bell. Leave a comment if you can, too. Thank you again, and peace.